Cancer. You are currently not in contact with your person. Period of separation. We're going to take a look at how you feel, what your energy is, what their energy is, what they think the problem was, problem from your perspective, and any advice from spirit. All right, Cancer, your current energy. Seven of Swords, King of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So you might be seriously questioning some of the motives of your person. You might be taking a long, hard look at evidence and taking some swift action. This might not be just a period of no contact. This might be permanent no contact. You might also be evaluating other options, other opportunities. Not so much people, just other opportunities. Let's go ahead and let's get a clarification on that Page of Pentacles. The Star, Temperance, and Justice. Wow, three major arcana. So you are seriously taking a look at what this meant as far as your journey. You know, what you have two cards of healing here. You might even be finding a way by experiencing this relationship as it was and finding ways to alchemize this residual impact that it had in the best way that you know how to do that, in the most fair way. The Star, Temperance, and Justice. Yeah, those are not small energies. Is it possible that this experience that you had with this person was a catalyst for incredible growth? That's incredible. That's what it was. What is Cancer's person's current energy, please? The Two of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. I think they're struggling with this separation. The Two of Cups and the Four of Swords. They seem to be overburdened by this period of separation. Their energy feels like they really felt like they had something special with you. Let's check their energy on this Seven of Swords. What is their energy regarding the Seven of Swords? The Lovers, the Ten of Swords. Oh, we had two come out, the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. As it relates to what you were looking at as far as what you consider to be deceptive in the relationship, what you consider to be um, there's something about it that just you did not trust. Whether it was an event, whether it was something that they said or something that happened, um, the way that they view it, they seem to be defending. They seem to be defending the connection for the wrong reasons. It, it almost okay. Before I say that, let me just clarify that. Let's just see clarification on that. Lovers to the 10, please. Ace of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Sun. So what it feels like to me is that they're saying, no, 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 this can't be over. We're soulmates. Like we're soulmates. And not only can this not be over because we're soulmates, like this was you were my everything. I built an empire with you. I built a foundation with you. But that doesn't feel like what this was. It might have been that serious. It might, well, yeah, it might have. I mean, if they were a catalyst for change that brings in three major arcana as an opportunity of what else is out there, this might have very well been that. But remember, soulmates, that is kind of the purpose of soulmates, right? It's to transform, it's to grow. We're not always destined to be with our soulmate continuously. It's just a blueprint, a person. Like even your karmic contracts, right, are still soul contracts. They just kind of turn out to be, really big lessons. Sometimes we have a lot of hurt that comes with that. Um, I was kind of questioning the idea of, and I hate to even say it, but it almost gives me the vibration of like a twin flame type of deal. And I know a lot of people have very conflicting opinions on the idea of twin flames, but twin flames, regardless of whether they are monadic twins or whatever all of the things are, and it completely excluding the idea of horrendously toxic relationships, like just put all that aside, just forget all of that nonsense. But if your person or you identified this relationship as a twin flame journey relationship or whatever, your energy would very much indicate that that is the case. With twin flames, however, and their energy does too to a certain extent, but they're more worried about this was the way that it was supposed to be. This Two of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Sun, like not only was this like this is this is good and this is good. Like they are like wait, but this was what made me the happiest and I was the most excited and passionate about it. Like your person is struggling here with this. But the reason that they're struggling is not quite on the up and up. Okay. So the problem or the challenge of the relationship as you see it, the thing that led to uh, the reasons that you guys are currently in separation, the Six of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Star. So you have the Star again. Um, this feels like to me this is a history of heartbreak. There's something repetitive about this. And read me three more, please. Three more. Three more, last shuffle. Thank you. The Page of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. I think that this feels like there's something repetitive about this with the Six of Cups, the Six of Cups to the Three of Swords and the Star. I think that this person that you have a history of heartache with this person, you have a history of um, you have a history of being disappointed here. You have a history. There is just a strong energy of history of cyclical, repetitious heartbreak. And to me, with this Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant, it's almost like apology and commitment, apology and commitment, apology and commitment. This person, it's like just keeps like, I'm sorry, just keeps fucking up and then comes back and it like, I'm sorry, I'll do better. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, I know better, I can be better. I get clarification on page of cups, please. Last shuffle. Thank you. The world. Yeah. Like I said, it's cyclical. It just, it just keeps going round and round. You might very well identify with a twin flame journey, a soulmate journey with something like that. What does your person, what do they see? The challenge, wow, Seven of Cups came right out. The challenge as their person sees it. And Six of Wands out. Both cards out on their own. Last shuffle. You and the Knight of Wands. Wonder if your person even sees like the amount of okay, if they saw that as the challenge before I say anything, give me a second. Is this from their perspective? I think this person is just very so they saw the challenge as I almost feel like they didn't want to give up their freedom or they, okay, this is probably only going to be for a few of you. It seems oddly specific, but they liked the idea of being seen as like a bachelor or a bachelorette, like being having these options. You have options here and you have the card of victory, right? Or homecoming with victory or but it's also very much being seen. And with this Knight of Wands energy, this is a very passionate, very in and out, some people refer to it as like the player energy, but this person is it's just quick moving. It's followed by the Six of Pentacles, and then again, like you have the Three of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles as well. And this is kind of like um, looking forward towards independence. This very much has the energy of I like having the options. I like being viewed as desirable. I like, you know, it's almost like they turned their back on giving to the relationship. Oh, it's like always having a plan B. That's the kind of the energy is always and being very comfortable with that idea of having a plan B. And I don't mean plan B as in person. I mean being able to pick up the pieces if this all fell apart, being able to pick up the pieces like it didn't happen to begin with. I don't think that this person was ever capable of full commitment. Can I get some clarification on that, please? Can I get some confirmation clarification? We have the Two of Swords, confirmation or clarification. They might not have. What are they blocking? What are they blocking for the Two of Swords? The Ace of Wands. And the Hanged Man. Justice. It's very much gives me the feeling of like they felt like they were stuck, or there was a part of them that felt like they were stuck doing what is fair, what is right, what is just. It gives me a feeling of like being a martyr. It might be like suppression of what they truly desire. Maybe one more for the thing. The Hermit. I think this person liked kind of being alone, you know? There was something about it. And when I say alone, I mean like single. But it doesn't feel like it's coming from, it's almost like, this almost feels like they couldn't keep up with you. Does that make sense? They weren't on, they wanted to, right? Like you're very much on the path, right? You're very much on the path. And you were kind of your energy is kind of saying, look, like we're not talking right now because of like just some of the shit that you did, like some of the lies that you told, some of the whatever the garbage was, like this is not the direction that I was going in. And they're like, whoa, 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 wait, 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 wait. I am not comfortable and you guys aren't talking. So like they're in their own place. They're like, I'm not comfortable because we're like supposed to be together. Like this can't just end like this. Like I've got I've got investments in you, in us, in this. Like, yeah, it's like it just can't be over. But they're not saying like my heart is breaking, this can't be over. It's more like this can't be over because I've already invested in this property, this business, this relationship, this the foundation, this, like I've already invested in you in the 3D. Plus, we're already soul contracted to be together. We're supposed to be together. Like and you're very much saying, but yeah, that like you have a history of this heartbreak. You have a history of being one foot in, one foot out. Ah, see, that's where the plan B thing comes in, right? Like this person always has like a backup plan. Like if you stepped out of this you would have to fully rebuild. If this person stepped out of this, they could kind of like just do a double step and then end up right back in the flow of whatever their life was before. Like they've already got another place to go. They could wash their hands of this relationship, right? And almost pick up life without missing a beat. Does that make sense? Like that's the way this energy feels. And I think that a part of them kind of held on to that plan B, that other, like, because they couldn't keep up with like your growth or they couldn't, it's like the feeling of not being good enough, but not from that self-loathing place. Like they could very easily keep up with you if they wanted to, but they don't want to. That's where the commitment thing comes in. Okay. All right. Did you get that? Okay. So, so like your person is perfectly capable. I just don't think that right now they're currently in a place where they're they're not quite ready to take that next they're not ready to walk the path with you. That's pretty much it. Their purpose in your life though is crystal clear. Like this person was your soulmate. This person was you could even call them a twin flame if you wanted to. Like this person was your catalyst for growth. I don't see a tower out here, which is a beautiful thing. In this case, I do see a cycle of heartache and promises that were unfulfilled and hopes of yours that didn't come true, you know? But I also see you finding that same hope and healing and alchemizing and like I see that here for you. And that's what those relationships are for. That's what those soul contract, those agreements, those karmics, that's what they're for. They're for growth. They're for spiritual growth. Um, we're just gonna do, and I know we're kind of running 23 minutes into, um, we're gonna grab some, I wanted to do some shadows so that in case there was a cross watcher, gives them something to kind of work on, or it could be for your confirmation as well. What shadows is this person? I wouldn't be surprised if we saw everything from codependency to addiction to, okay, impulsive. Yeah, it's also shadow. Rushes into things and relationships, unethical, immoral, fraudulent, lawbreaker, wrongdoer, trivial, shallow, focusing on things of little value, thoughtless, doesn't consider the possible consequences, inconsiderate, insensitive, unmindful. And then we have duality, unable to merge two opposite sides of them, double life, conflict within split personality. I, yeah, I don't think that your person's done a lot of integration. I think that they're just very much, I mean, even the card that helps you at all. Like, This person this person is impulsive. They're focused on I get the feeling that this person is extremely codependent. And when I mean codependent, I mean they're not talking to you. It doesn't mean that's all. That's it. That's just it. They're just not talking to you. They have failed to integrate they haven't integrated any of they haven't done their shadow work. They haven't integrated any of their shadows. They're not ready. They're just not ready. They're not ready to walk the path yet. But they were the catalyst for you, which is a wonderful thing. All right. So for the viewer, because I highly doubt there is a cross watcher on this one. Any advice? Strength, Seven of Pentacles, the World, the Queen of Cups, and the Six of Swords. All right. So it might take a little bit of time, some strength, but you are going to close this out completely. You are. And you are going to do it from a place of love. And you're going to leave this, depart from this into something much better. Much better. I don't mean person, I don't mean situation. I mean, you are going to feel better on the other side of this. Oh, that sounded really lame. Like, cultivate strength while you wait for this entire chapter to close out. But do it from a place of love and understanding that your departure from this was nothing but positive. Okay? Stay graceful, stay strong. Like, don't worry so much about the Seven of Swords energy. Don't give any more energy to trying to figure it out, or you don't need a reason, you don't need proof, you don't need an apology. You've had lots of them. You've had lots of them. You've had apology promises, you've had apology followed by, man, I really fucked up. Here's my level of commitment. And like, this is the world twice. You have the world here in your, like, it's good. It's okay. It's good. It's good. And it's okay. And everything is all right. You're exactly where you need to be in this moment. This is beautiful. Don't be in a place of despair, which I don't feel that you are. I feel more than anything, you're probably even only watching this for clarity, like, and I'm sorry, I can't give you what the Seven of Swords was. I can't. The only thing I can tell you was the way that this person's energy reads, they just weren't ready to walk the path. That's it. And what they gave you, though, wow, they were your catalyst for change. you know they were your catalyst for growth. They did the job that you assigned them well, too. And you are moving on. Yeah. This Queen of Cups and the Six of Swords, depart with love. Depart from a place of love and gratitude. This person meant something to you. They did. They meant something to you, and they played a big role in your life. All right. Cancer, I hope that helped. I trust that whoever needed to hear this message did get what they needed from the message. Remember, please, that this is YouTube Tarot. This is not predictive. This is just confirmation of information that you already knew. Okay. So, last thing, tarot rehoming project. I'm doing it again. I've got 50 plus decks that I need to find a new home for. So, I open comments back up. Go ahead and leave a comment. Something wonderful, something positive, inject love into the world. And at the end of the week, I'll choose one and I will mail it to your home for free. So information is in the post section or community section or whatever of the main screen. You are unconditionally loved and supported by the universe. So is your person. And my unconditional love to you. Until next time, Cancer, take care.